everybody, it's Nene with Nene Cooks and Such. And tonight, let's make some lettuce wraps, okay? If you've ever had P.F. Chang's lettuce wraps, you know how delicious they are. Well, this one is going to be healthier. I actually start with ground chicken. So it's a pound of ground chicken, and I've already browned it. So I'm going to turn you around over here so you can see. Try to get you all situated. There's the rice. I cooked some wild rice in my Instant Pot because we're going to add that just a little bit. So anyway, I've got a pound of ground chicken that I browned, and heat this back up for just a second. And then to this, I'm going to add bell pepper. It calls for about a cup of bell pepper, but I had a whole bell pepper plus a little bit, so we're going to go with that. This is 2 or 3 whole carrots that I peeled and cut up. So I'm just going to put this in there with our chicken. And I'm going to let it start cooking and getting soft here. Okay? So just kind of stir it around. I did not put any kind of oil or seasoning. No olive oil, no butter, no nothing in it right yet. So I'm just going to let this cook down for a few minutes and let it kind of get a little soft, and I'll be back. Okay, so I put in just a little bit of diced onion and maybe a teaspoon of olive oil just to get them cooking. And this is looking really good. Starting to soften up really nice. My wild rice is done. Cook a cup of wild rice with the water. And I didn't put any butter or salt or anything in it because I'm going to season this. And let's see how this is looking. Yep. Alright, just a few more minutes to let this cook a little bit more. And I'll be back. Okay. The carrots and bell pepper are soft like I like them. If you like them crunchier, you can leave them crunchy. Whatever, you cook them to your desired doneness. Okay, so now turn the fire down just a tad. I've got some mushrooms, the stems and pieces, a little cheap can. I cut them up, just a rough chop. Okay. I usually put the juice from the can. I usually put it in here, but I had it sitting on the side of the sink and my elbow knocked it in the sink. Alright, this is a can of water chestnuts. I like the texture and the crunch of water chestnuts. So, and I rough chop them also. No rhyme or reason, just kind of, because they're, they're big. So I try to get it all, like a rough chop. By no means is this the same size, same cut, nothing. No. Nope. Okay. Then you take your fresh ginger and I have I'm going to call it a microplaner, okay? And you just shred your ginger. Alright, I did that. And need a couple tablespoons. This is fresh ginger. Now, don't let it intimidate you. Let me get you up here. Don't let the fresh ginger intimidate you. You take your ginger. Mine's been frozen, so I just used a knife and peeled really thin. Peeled it real thin. But if it's fresh, you take the edge of a spoon and you just peel it. What you want. And then you can use your microplaner. Okay? Whatever's left, put it in a freezer Ziploc bag and put it in your freezer. That way you'll have fresh ginger when you get ready for it. This ginger I've had in the freezer for several years. It smells good, it's pungent, you know, it hasn't lost any of its gingerness. Okay, so now I'm going to add, okay, there's the ginger. Now I'm going to add about 3 cloves of garlic. Or so. Then I've got 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, which is about 1/4 cup. Because I'm doubling this recipe. The recipe calls for 8 ounces. You can do ground pork, ground chicken, ground beef, whatever. I use ground chicken. It only comes in 1 pound packages. I am not splitting it up. I am not going to freeze, whatever. I'm just going to make it and use the whole thing. Because I love it and it's addictive. But it's good for you, okay? Alright. And then I've got some soy sauce. This is less sodium. The less sodium soy sauce. And I always put more than the recipe calls for, because I just like it. And then some limes. Take a fork, stick it in your lime like this, and squeeze the lime and kind of turn your fork a little bit. Then you've got fresh squeezed lime. Okay? And then I'm going to do 1 whole lime, and then I'm going to see where we're at, and I might do another lime. This calls for 1 fresh jalapeno seeded and chopped pretty fine. I am not putting it in here because some people that will be eating this cannot eat spice. Okay? Honestly, I can't really tell the 1 jalapeno. Sometimes you get a jalapeno and it's not spicy at all, and then sometimes it's super spicy. So, let's stir this up. And that soy sauce and lemon juice and brown sugar is going to make your sauce. Okay? So far I have put no salt, no pepper, nothing other than garlic and fresh ginger. Then you got your soy sauce. Okay, and it is low sodium. So I'm going to taste it, and then I'm going to adjust the seasoning to see what I feel like it needs. I'm just going to let it cook, turn it up just a smidge, and let's check it and see what it needs. The fresh ginger and that soy sauce and a little bit of garlic. For me, it doesn't need anything else. So now it's time to put the wild rice in. Okay, I use the Lundgren's Lundberg Wild Blend rice. That's my favorite. It's got a little Velcro closure at the top. I did it in my Instant Pot. 28 minutes, high pressure. Let it natural release 5 minutes. And let's see, I did a cup of wild rice and a cup and a half or so of hot water. You just put this all in here. Now you can leave the rice separate, and as you make your wraps, you just add a little rice, a little meat mixture. But I want the rice to have some of that good sauce on it too. So I'm just going to fold it over. And I don't know who David is, but I've seen other people cooking and they'll say, okay, David, this is how you fold, or you don't have to fold. So whoever you are, David, this is how you fold. You put your straight down the center, go down, and you flip from the bottom to the top. That's how you fold. This doesn't really matter about folding. It's just so much in my skillet. But I thought I'd take this opportunity to show David how to fold. So if y'all know David, tell David I'm showing him how to fold. You just put your spatula in, go from the bottom, and flip it over to the top. Alright. Y'all, this looks so good, and it smells divine. I love lettuce wraps, especially made this way. Alright, now, I'm going to turn it off. Now, the lettuce that I use, lettuce is important. You can use iceberg, and I know at P.F. Chang's, they'll give you iceberg lettuce, which is totally fine. You can use green leaf, red leaf, romaine. You can use the romaine, make little romaine boats and put the lettuce wraps in them. My favorite, the Boston lettuce. Boston lettuce. A lot of times, sometimes it has the roots still on it. These didn't, but so what you do is I washed it and it's been draining. So let's get a lettuce leaf. All right, so you get your lettuce leaf. Turn you around over here, and yes, I'm gonna do it right out of the skillet. And you take a spoon or two, and you take it. I'm going to come over here to the sink because it's fixing to get messy. Alright. So you take your lettuce wrap and you roll it. It's a wrap, you know. So you just kind of roll it. Of course, I always put too much filling in. Then you eat it. Y'all. That's so good. Hot. Really hot. But the crunch of the lettuce and all of those flavors work together is amazing. So, make you some lettuce wraps. And use whatever meat that you like. Like I said, I like to use ground chicken. And let me run down the ingredients really quick for you. I'll read it, the way the recipe that it calls is a half a cup of whole grain rice. I use wild rice, a tablespoon of fresh ginger, 6 cloves of garlic. I didn't put that much garlic. I should. 8 ounces of lean ground pork or chicken. I can't buy around here 8 ounces. It's already prepackaged as a pound. A head of Boston Bib lettuce, which is that, or butter lettuce. Butter lettuce doesn't tend to hold up quite as well because it's so soft, but it's so good. Small red bell pepper. I used a medium, standard size, yellow, and I had a piece of an orange bell pepper about that big. 2 carrots. And you peel them. Use the real carrots, not the baby carrots. 4-ounce button mushrooms. That's that little can of mushrooms. I don't like fresh mushrooms, so I use the can. Jalapeno, seeded, chopped well. A lime, tablespoon of soy sauce, and a teaspoon of brown sugar. Now the soy sauce, brown sugar, I put a lot more because I like the sauce. But yeah, make you some lettuce wraps. Let me know. Let me know what you did different, and how you like it. Remember, Jesus loves you, and he wants you to love him back. Y'all have a blessed day.